Birthday, Caleb. Did you just combine up Camp Down Races and our theme song?
Can you set that in that box? Can you set that in the box?
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast, your weekly podcast that delivers a minute-by-minute breakdown of the 1986 Transformers movie. This is episode 51, so we're going to be covering the 50:01 to 51-minute mark. And I'm your host, Aaron, and welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. And I'd like my co-hosts here to introduce themselves real quickly, and then I'll get to my next question.
Okay, I'm Ryan. Hi.
Hi, and I'm Caleb.
Guys, are you on 10 yet?
Oh, God damn it. I still do not understand this reference.
Well, I can tell you that, Aaron, I live on 10.
Yes, you do, Caleb, and that's why you're my favorite co-host.
Oh, thank you.
Another text chain that just infuriated me.
I like how Ryan went to all the trouble to editing all this stuff for the clip episode. He just gave me a very, and you both just gave me a very nice birthday present. And we still live on 10, and Ryan does not.
I don't even know what it means.
Well, first of all, listeners, if you like movies and you like music, watch the movie Black Panther and just listen to the Black Panther soundtrack, and you'll know what we're talking about.
You'll live on 10.
If you don't know about it already, I'm sure I'm already way behind pop culture, and so you're even more behind pop culture than I am, and just get on 10.
It's what me and Aaron are hanging on to right now to make ourselves feel cool.
Because it makes us feel cool, and it marginalizes Ryan.
Just because I don't know anything about music.
It's got that double benefit.
I mean, Black Panther was amazing. It was super great. We saw it last week, and Aaron and you and Melody and her sister. And
I've seen it twice.
Yep.
I win.
It's pretty great.
Does that make you live on 20?
I watched
that
the Jimmy Kimmel where he had I can't remember
Chadwick Boseman.
Thank you. Can't remember
the lead
his
actor.
Name. Who played T'Challa, and he like people's are talking to him about what the movie meant to them, and he comes out from behind the curtain. And my favorite part was the first guy like legit did the arms crossed salute and said "My King," and I was like, that was awesome.
That takes some quick wit.
There were some. Also, there's a video of like some soccer players doing the arms crossed salute, and it was. As far as the music portion of it goes, there's a video, and I'll put it up on our website of a guy who is like an alien when it comes to music, because West says I'm an alien that I don't understand music, and he's like, "Is this music? Is music playing? Did the the music stopped? I like music. Everybody, right? Oh, it's not on? Okay."
I will say that Melody and I, we went on vacation, or a little mini vacation, up to wine country in Herman, Missouri last weekend.
This is part 2 of our real white kind of upper class podcast.
Just driving 3 hours to go to a little tiny burg isn't like that. Anybody can do that.
We went to wine country.
We invented our own version of the Black Panther handshake, where they kind of pop each other. They pop each other.
Yeah.
They like do this, and they snap, and then they go like up like this. But her version and my version is like a double pop and then to X, because actually it's just because we had it wrong. But
I got it.
All I know is I'm probably not allowed to do that.
Don't do that in the world.
She has a little, because she is Filipino, has a little bit more credibility in pulling that kind of thing off.
She'd still get side-eye, but probably not be like, what the fuck are you doing? But
well, I don't know. Donald Glover, the comedian and actor, says that Filipinos are the black people of the Asians.
Well, I will just say, black people are not a monolith. They don't all agree with everything every black person says.
Well, just like every other culture.
It's weird.
Race or subculture. Just like every person on the internet doesn't agree
Oh
with
God,
each
the
other.
internet. What a great place.
So let's get right off of that because I'm uncomfortable and talk
Sure.
about our friend of the show, Michael Andrews. He actually asked this weeks ago, but we haven't talked to each other in weeks, so I'm just now getting around to it. He asked us if we could have any G1 Transformer of our youth now, mint in box.
Ooh,
what
our
figure
youth.
would it be, and would you open it?
I would absolutely open it. I mean, I am not the kind of person who's like an investor sort of person. I can't imagine. Maybe they will go. I don't think they'll go down in price. I can't imagine they're going to go up much in price from the point they are now with Christine in the box. Maybe they will. But like, I am not the type of person who likes to buy things like toys for an investment situation. I want to. I want to touch it. I want to play with it. So I would not keep it in the box. But I'll have to think about which one I would want. Caleb, what do you?
I like when it comes to stuff like that. Not necessarily my favorite characters. I mean, my easy answer would be like Shockwave, but if I got a Shockwave, it'd be really hard not to open it out because the awesome thing is he transforms into a gun that you can actually like play with.
It had sound
Has
effects.
sounds, yeah.
But if I was going to go for something that I would want to keep in the box, maybe I would go for the really old ones, like again the Huffer, like the real small basic ones that are real random.
Yeah.
I like those.
You could hang them on your wall on a hook kind of thing.
The boxes.
Yeah, they had those like the
like
cut out
yeah.
for the
I
retail.
didn't think about that. Like I would literally make like a side,
Like an art display
like
would be a hang up.
It'd be a side cap.
Yeah.
I just put up a side cap display.
Yeah, because they
of my original in the box toys.
Once again, industry terms.
Has anybody ever done that? Have you ever seen someone's Transformer collection? And it's all still in the original boxes, and they just have it displayed as if
I don't
it's
know.
in a retail store.
Often you see,
I'm sure
people
people
will
do
buy
that.
glass
I love it.
cases and
Yeah.
put boxes in the glass cases.
I follow the
I would
toys,
do that.
the toys that made us on Twitter, and they constantly are tweeting pictures that people send them of their toy collections. And there's a lot of Transformer stuff on there, a lot of GI Joe. That tweet or that text that I sent to you, Caleb, with the space shuttle, the GI Joe space shuttle, which was so awesome. That was on the toys that made us.
Ugh,
Put that on the website.
huge. That box is that toy is enormous.
It was, yeah, and we talked about the aircraft carrier. I can't remember the name of it. I don't remember. Anyway, but yeah, the aircraft carrier, which was like the golden thing that you wanted if you.
I
were
want
a
to
G.I.
say
Joe
our
fan.
friend David S. had that
Possibly.
growing up.
I had the base.
giant.
I had the GI Joe base, and I've already talked about this. And my mom sold it in a garage sale. She sold the base. I had the Doom Buggy, a tank. So you got both base. The base were full. I had it. All my characters in it that could run it. And I even for a brief time had a Cobra, the weird black tank.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was awesome.
Yeah.
I love that thing.
My mom's-
With the double barrel thing? Would it have double
that's
barrels?
right. That's right. My
Those
mom
were so
sold
cool.
all of that in a garage sale for $15.
Happy
Oof.
birthday, Hattie.
Yeah.
So let's talk real quick because I had a couple of those sort of like base-like things in my it's like basically the little boy version of the Barbie Dream
Sure,
House.
yeah, exactly.
And GI Joe had several of those things. I had the Voltron Castle.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That I would use. I didn't play with Voltron that much. I did have all the lions and maybe some of the little guys. But I would use it as a stand-in like almost every weekend for a period of like a year. I would reenact Transformers the movie with my toys in my room at my grandmother and great aunt's house. That's what I would do if I didn't have a friend over to spend the night and do.
I just thought you were
Secret
going to stop
Cities.
with if I didn't have a friend.
No, but I would use that castle as my stand-in for Metroplex and Autobot City. But it was a pretty cool. You'd open it. I mean, it looked amazing. It had all these little compartments with guns that would come out, and you'd open it up like the Barbie Dream House, and people dancing along on the different levels.
I did the same thing with. I got Snake Mountain from He-Man.
Oh wow!
And that was my favorite Christmas gift I've ever gotten. And it had like a snake microphone. It wasn't even a microphone. It just had like a little vibrating thing in there, which made it sound weird when you talked into it. I used that for Transformers. And there, I'll put this up on the website too. But
I like how we just made everything for Transformers.
Yeah.
Except for Caleb, who actually liked G.I. Joe.
I have a picture of where I set up a war, and it's not even just Transformers. I've put in other toys, like I think there's a stuffed dog in there that was an animatronic dog on my couch, and this must have taken me hours to set up, and then I just kind of looked at it. As to what Transformer I think the G1 I would want in mint condition, the go-to is pretty Prime, but I think I'd want one of the weirder ones, like maybe Ironhide, because those were so strange.
Yeah.
Because they were just repurposed.
I never saw those in real life. I never
didn't
tinkered
either.
with an Ironhide or a Ratchet. And I feel like I tinkered with a lot of them to one degree or another. My one that I miss more than anything, and I wish a third-party company would make a Masterpiece version of this because it is a glaring hole in the modern Masterpiece collection, but is Skylinks. I feel like the original G1 Skylinks really was a masterpiece unto itself. Like it was
pretty good.
So strange and different, and I've done research on it since then, and actually it wasn't technically, it was kind of like Jetfire and a few others in that it was a licensed property that Hasbro licensed and brought into the Transformers line. And they actually couldn't sell that character in Japan as Skylinks as a Transformer because it
so
was a
much
competing,
like
it was a competing
tomfoolery
line.
with the licensing.
But that was such a cool toy and cool character, and I would probably here's what I would do. I would love a mint version. I'm not a person that likes to keep things in boxes either. But I wouldn't buy a mint version. I would just find a decent, good version that was just laying around that somebody wants to get rid of. But there we go.
I will say not Transformers, but like a toy I wish I still had that I had as a kid is the original metal Voltron. I had that. I remember saving up my allowance to buy that.
Oh, the little one, and it shot the lions out of it.
It was kind of little, I guess. Yeah, maybe like
mine was
18
bigger.
inches.
It was plastic.
Yeah, yours was plastic and bigger.
But
Mine
it had
was,
the compartments, and you could put the characters in them.
Mine was probably 18 inches. Had no characters with it, but yeah,
Right.
it shot the lion hands and
And you could disassemble it and make them lions.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
it was great. I remember saving up my allowance for months to get that, and I wish I still had that.
Voltron's made a big comeback. Caleb's kids are into it.
True.
They formed Voltron on his ass.
They do.
On his ass.
Yeah, the new animated series is really good. I like it. They got new episodes out too, by the way.
Do that just now?
Within the past
It just dropped.
2 days. Yeah.
Oh.
New episodes, yo.
I'll have to actually just watch it.
It's good.
in general.
Watch from the beginning.
Last episode recap. We, as viewers, were introduced to some intimidating-looking junk jerks.
Did you come up with that yourself?
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm original.
It's good.
Hot Rod picks up the pieces and reassembles the old shit piece.
Second bite at that apple.
Well, the last bite, technically, to a listener, was a week ago. So I feel
It's
free
true.
to bring it back
It's
up.
true.
And it's a reference. Shout out to Dr. Smooth. Those videos have been. I never stop laughing at those Dr.
They're
Smooth
pretty great.
videos.
That one is the best one, I
If
think.
you're a Transformers fan who does no connection or doesn't know what Dr. Smooth is, YouTube it, Google it.
Do it.
But I'm sure you do because there's millions of hits on these things. It's not like it's underground.
And last week I put up that video on our podcast page.
Oh, did you?
Of
Okay.
the
I'm sure
shit
that
piece.
I'm pretty sure that all of our listeners are savvy enough to have listened to Dr. Smooth.
So we're sorry to be telling you things you already know about. So we kick off this episode right at the top of the 50:01 minute mark with Cup. He transformed, he burned out, and then Hot Rod transforms. And he transforms differently, as we started to allude to in the last episode. He transforms differently nearly every time he transforms. And so I want to just do a quick recap of his transformation sequences. And so we're watching this when he transforms, his arms go back
Everything
around and
spins
spin
around.
around. And so and I think I have explanations for that, but our first time seeing Hot Rod transform was around the 9:42 minute mark. Daniel wrecks his rocket. Hot Rod catches him, throws him backwards over his head. His head disappears in the hood. His arms tuck under the hood. His legs tuck under the back of the canopy, which closes as Daniel magically kind of falls into the driver's seat.
Sure,
right?
right.
And so that's the first time. That 10:18, he transforms again. That was when they get to Lookout Mountain. He's transforming back into a robot. His canopy opens up backwards.
That's my favorite one.
Which is pretty awesome. Daniel pops out. He pretty much transforms the reverse of what we saw earlier. But he has some really awkward bird leg moments that I'd like to bring
Comment
up,
on.
and maybe this should be on the website.
Oh.
So when he transforms in that sequence at Lookout Mountain,
Ugh.
his knees are folded over like in reverse.
Like in
And
forward.
I might want to walk back that I like that transformation the best.
well, I think him popping open and Daniel coming out was pretty cool.
That was
but
the-
the way
this
he
is
sort
not
of
as cool.
accordion folds into a robot is kind of weird. So there's that. At 11:47, he transforms again. That was when Hot Rod and Cup had just dodged Starscream, and they are kind of really in the background. And he appears to just kind of mash down on top of his legs in that sequence. But he's kind of, it's tougher to animate. He's smaller. They just needed to get the job done. So you don't need to get that detailed. Underwater at the 45-minute mark, 45:43, he's got to go save Cup. His top does what you'd expect, and if we had time, I would probably rewind and force us to watch all these, but we don't. But then his legs do this weird thing where they accordion fold into themselves, but like his ankles have a weird kind of articulation that you've never seen. And they kind of like his ankles kind of become his shins and sort of like then go up into the inside of his body shell.
That makes sense. Why would you animate that?
Right. At the next one, he turns back into a robot again when he gets to the squid, and his thighs and calves, that's all sensical. Like his thighs and calves kind of come out, like it's almost like the toy. They come out of each other in a way that you expect them to come out of each other, and his arms disengage from his sides as they kind of did. Now, in this situation, I should actually go back to the original Daniel one and we should watch it, but for time's sake, in that version, he throws Daniel backwards into the air, and as he transforms into the car, his arms flip around like this, and then they're in the right space to be in car mode because it's all about where his wheels are and his shoulders, right? Like that's the tough thing. But what I came to realize in analyzing this in that scene, and in that scene, the way he transforms seems to make the most sense. It's very straightforward, but the way it happens, like it doesn't really actually make sense when you look at it frame by frame because his wheels are here.
Yeah, they're on the top, basically his bicep.
So when he's like this, if they were to come back around there, his wheels should be up in the air. But they cheated in the animation and made it to when his arms flipped back around, they were in the right place. So this one is actually technically a more correct transformation in that for his, by where the wheels are in his arms, they would have to flip around like that in order to be on the right side of side of the car. So like the reason they made it so I don't know why they decided to change it. I mean, they can cheat any way they want. I don't know why they decided to be technically accurate here, but he flips his arms around because of the way the wheels are, and you would have to do it like that so that the wheels would be oriented in that way.
It's true
for that position.
This one is the best, most reasonable, true transformation. Right, I would say.
So, or you could do what the designers of the Hot Rod toy did. Like for this toy, like his wheels are in the position they are supposed to be. On the movie, but they in this version they just flip around 180 degrees.
Oh, well, that works.
And then they tuck underneath.
That's a really good idea.
That's the easier version of having your entire spine disengage from your body, rotate around 180 degrees, and then flop back.
Toy is that?
This is the I'm looking at the Masterpiece Hot Rod. I don't know what the number is, but the newer one, not the original.
In the movie, based on what you've seen so far, does Hot Rod ever transform the same way twice?
We will see when he transforms later. They stick to this path. They use this again. The whole backwards. Do you think it was a matter of
like a situation where the illustrators, the animators were like, okay, we got to make them transform, and each time they kind of do it, they just kind of. It's not like I don't think my gut is that they're not consciously thinking, let's do this a different way.
No, I'm sure.
Like, we need to figure out. They're like figuring it out this way, and then there's another team's like, we got to make it work.
I'm sure the animation team is huge, and so maybe by the time you got to this part of the movie, and they're animating things probably. People are working on the beginning of the movie, middle, end, and so they're just like, how the fuck are we going to do this?
It must have been a huge team because
I like how
this movie from start to finish was finished in a year and a half, which is really fast for an animated movie.
Yeah. I like how there is a variety. Just
I don't mind it.
It doesn't bother. I mean, you could also write it off as like we talk about all the time of like transformation is not so much there's a mental component to it
sure.
where you
they're
can transform in different ways.
I like that you can imagine it that way, but I think regardless of that supposition, you can like just say like I like the way that each time the illustrators have to come up with a different way to do it because they're not aware of the other method or
right. But at the same time, there's character models. I would assume there would be transformational models. Like
one would
I feel like
imagine.
Optimus Prime transformed basically the same way every time, where his arms tucked into his sides and became headlights. I don't know. It's a little bit different with a character like Hot Rod, where in some aspects it's not as obvious how you get from A to Z. But
yes, it's not that complicated. To be, I remember the toy. I had Hot Rod, the G1, the Hasbro version as a kid, and it was not a complicated transformation.
And maybe these guys didn't have the toy for reference.
Maybe the toy model wasn't done. I don't know.
Optimus Prime was. I mean, Optimus Prime had been around that, at least that model, that toy had been around before the Transformers.
Yeah, because he was Diaclone, wasn't he? Or Microman.
Yeah. I think he was Diaclone, if I'm not mistaken. Please don't yell at me, anybody that knows different. But he very established how he transformed.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it was so. At any rate, so Hot Rod transforms.
Now at 50:03,
That's right.
They are driving.
Cup and Hot Rod make their way across a psychedelic alien landscape.
I love Quintessa. I love the way it's drawn.
Oh no!
And
what have I done? Holy jeez!
You'll get back there. But yeah, it's like all the matte paintings and the backgrounds are great. And I noticed this, Caleb. You said it was night where we're getting to, and I guess it does kind of look whenever they're on the beach and he's fixing him.
Sunset.
It does look like sunset. Yeah. So now it's nighttime. And they Tokyo drift up next to a pool.
Like you were just saying, the undersea backgrounds were great, and these were just as amazing. They kind of. Did you guys watch Samurai Jack?
I did. Yeah.
Like just the style kind of. It reminds me. I mean, it's not that sort of mid-century 50s style, but the kind of like the shapes of the forms remind me of the 50s. Not so much like the textures and
right.
Obviously, this isn't as flat as that kind of style animation. They've
right.
done a lot of work to bring depth into it, but just the shapes and the way that things are composed, it feels very mid-century,
mid-century modern
MCM. And so from this pool of energon in front of them, a strange reptilian robot emerges from the energy pool. The guys are shocked. They step back a little bit.
Rod's about to start
gets his
blasting.
blasters out. Yeah. But Cup holds him back. And several more of these metallic creatures emerge from the depths. How do you guys feel about the designs of these characters?
The Allicons,
if you will.
Is that what they're called?
Well, they actually, I don't know that they ever had, at this point in time, they did not have an official name in the Transformers universe. There was never a toy created, but that's a name that's been adopted.
Yeah, I think that's what it is on the TF Wiki. But I like them. I guess up until watching... I guess I do remember it. I kind of, as a kid, conflated them with the Sharkticons.
Right.
But
they seem like they're relatives. They're cousins.
It's a pretty cool design. Again, this is all fluoro dairy stuff. But I like them a lot.
Yeah, I thought they were cool. This in front of us here is God, I should remember the name of the third-party company. It's not one I buy from a lot, but there's a little tiny Allicon toy figure. I'm sure we'll take a picture of it and put it on the website, but it looks pretty legit to the animation
it's not bad
model
for like a tiny little toy.
It doesn't pose very well, and it was like $30. That's way too much to pay for that kind of thing.
I'll put a picture of it, but it's maybe like 4 inches tall.
Also not mass produced, so they don't get any economies of scale on it. But, these guys start to approach. It doesn't seem, I mean, even though they kind of have evil faces, there's not necessarily
menace.
Nobody's at least Cup certainly isn't assuming menace for sure. And he says, you know what? It's time to break out the universal.
Oh
he's going to do some diplomacy here.
It's universal except for Hot Rod.
That's right.
Who doesn't know what it is?
That's right. So, who wants to be the voice of the universal greeting? Because obviously we have to say it.
I don't know it.
Caleb.
I know.
Bah-weep-Graaaaagnah, weep Niniban.
It's really good.
Did the Allicons repeat it back? I can't
did.
remember.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. So they knew it. Mm-hmm. So Hot Rod appears to mock Cup after he says it, but the creatures respond. Mm-hmm. They repeat the phrase in unison.
Yeah. When Cup says it, who's the character? Who's the person that did his voice?
Lionel Stander.
Doesn't sound like Lionel cleared his throat before he did it because it's like Bah-weep, but it's like it's real flimmy.
He's just a scratchy
Blah,
man.
Yeah, it's kind of flimmy.
I remember this universal greeting. The universal greeting, like I don't know why it captured my imagination so much, but I remember Aaron. You remember the character Herschel that I created?
Oh, we're digging to the depths.
I'm going to try to find, if I can find a comic strip. Herschel was a comic strip character that I created, and that's in severe air quotes.
He was his Garfield now.
He's a Garfield ripoff. He was, and I even had him copyrighted. And basically the idea was he was a caveman. He kind of looked like Captain Caveman, but if like he were Garfield.
Right.
And so I did one comic strip where he meets a friend who was also frozen, and they do the universal greeting to each other, and I straight up like asterisked it and like footnote it as to where it came from, like a la Marvel Comics. Like, if you know this is from the Transformers the movie Universal Greeting. I'm like, that's not a good comic strip, asshole.
I feel like I remember this.
Oh my god, none of my comic strips I ever made were funny or interesting, but they put them in the Nixon newspaper
Really?
once.
Do you have it?
I doubt it. I wonder if they have archives.
Oh, I want to take that up.
We'll get in
Do-
the old microfiche.
They do have it in archives, but can you? All right, let me write this down. Do you know what year roughly that happened?
Ooh, gosh. It was probably 5th or 6th grade, whatever year that would have been.
That's a lot to look through. Was it a weekend edition? Was it a weekday edition? Probably like a Tuesday edition.
You know what? If you just call them up, they probably remember it.
They were like, Ryan Jett, young illustrator who marches to the beat of his own drum.
It's the same guy who did my senior story.
I shouldn't make fun of your derivative.
No.
I shouldn't make fun of your derivative Garfield comic at all, because after Ryan created Herschel, I created my own comic that was not. So if his was derivative of Garfield, my character was derivative of Garfield and derivative of Ryan's character, and that character was named Hermie, and I think he was also a caveman. Or
I think maybe Hermie was the guy who I had meet him and do the universal greeting.
That might have been it, because I feel like then we did a crossover,
episode.
But my character definitely post-dated your character, but it was the same. Like, I don't know. I wasn't original.
We did this
I was
all the
not
time.
Original.
We did this all the time. Remember, we had a
We were 8.
We did a G.I. Joe parody called G.I. Pod, but you started it, and then I was just like, to hear you tell it, you're like, well, this is mine too now. This is what I said
you
to
started it.
Did I?
No, you started it.
No.
Wait.
I think you.
I can't remember.
I don't remember. The way I remember it, you started it, and then I was like, I'm gonna glom onto this. Basically,
We had
it
a
was
weird competitive thing when we were younger.
I made a knockoff Garfield character because you guys all did one.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I really did.
Who was your
I have no
knockoff?
memory of this.
It was a dog, and I need to look.
Didn't go far afield.
I don't remember his name.
His name was Field Garf.
Barfield.
Some of my comics were so stupidly convoluted. I remember doing one gag where, and this is a 3-panel comic, where his owner, Ron, real creative there, I changed one fucking letter, is making toast, and the toast shoots out of the toaster and disappears twice, and then you see the 3rd panel, Herschel is sliding a tile on the ceiling away and eating the toast as it pops through the ceiling. That's not even a joke.
Actually, that's pretty funny.
It's really crazy.
It's pretty funny. The presumption being that he rigged the toaster to pop it up really high in the air,
And then
so
hit
he
in
could get in there, like the tile ceiling style, the drop ceiling, and pull away the tile, and like Mission Impossible style, I guess, like grab the toast and eat it for himself. Like, no, I get that's a sophisticated
but
comic.
also he was a
YouTube.
caveman, so it's real. I'm playing off the Garfield can't do human things, but he could have just made toast.
And not only will Garfield do human things, but he'll go out of his way to not do work.
Yeah.
But his version of doing work is so convoluted that there is like a lot of work involved. Garfield is articulated for a cat. He walks on 2 legs.
Yep.
Oh, Garfield! Why do we talk
bring
so
up Garfield a lot?
It was pretty influential.
He's
in
our
my childhood.
unofficial
More
mascot
than-
for the podcast.
More than I like to admit. Okay. The universal greeting, and Cup is pleased with himself at this point, right? Because he offers an Energon goodie.
I will say, okay, go ahead and play it, because I have some issues coming up here.
Oh, do you?
All right.
Oh, wait, I know where you're going.
I think you probably do.
So Cup's gonna tell these guys it's time for an Energon goodie, but where Cup stores his Energon
Yes,
goodies
yes.
is dubious.
It's problematic.
So like, I get that that's supposed to be a belt, but he's reaching.
But it is his dick.
No,
Like,
and
if he has any size of penis, he's touching it.
that needs to be a gift because he
jerks around in there, yeah.
pretty like fast.
I mean, he has crotch snacks. Like, why? It's straight up, you're keeping your Energon goodies with your dick.
I
Yeah,
never
that's
noticed
just-
this.
I
before.
never did either.
After watching it critically for the purposes
Can you
of this.
rewind that? Let's see that one more little time because he vigorously.
Oh, yeah, he's jamming it in there, like rooting around like a little raccoon.
Watch this.
Here, I'll just let it play.
Yep. That does need to be a gift.
That's like the opposite of
Look,
when I
look how happy he is.
that's like the opposite of when I wash my asshole. Like I kind of jerk around in there a little bit. It doesn't feel terrible.
Sure, but I mean, maybe we all do, but this is a cartoon.
And Hot Rod
Speaking
just
of asshole, that
ashamed.
seems to be. Well, no. Speaking of asshole, that seems to be where Hot Rod stores his Energon
At 50-42.
because he's reaching back there and he
pulls it out of his ass.
Pulls
Wait
out
a
a little
minute.
case himself.
I just thought he was looking disappointed at what Cup did, and you just showed me him like
He
pull
grabs
something
it out of his ass.
Pulls it out of his
I guess
ass.
just like people in the 80s always had like a pack of
fanny pack?
stick gum with
Oh.
them.
Oh.
And so it's like,
What?
where you got that gum?
Wait a
everybody
minute.
can
So
just
do all the
offer up Energon
Transformers
goodies.
have a little
Not only do they
Energon
have,
stash hidden in their keistered?
not only do they have the
Cavities for the-
Cybertronian Swiss Army knives in their bodies, they have little double mint gum
Energon
sticks
gum.
of Energon that they can just offer
Damn.
up. I assume maybe they suck that from their own reserves, perhaps, to create that.
Maybe,
but then
or-
how could they be empty?
He says it's getting expensive.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
some kind of
maybe it's
form
currency
of money, some kind of currency. Yeah,
But except they eat it.
Caleb, at this scene, whenever he pulls out, like, when Cup opens his dick patch, I thought of whenever you were talking about, like, Ultra Magnus having a matrix hole, and,
Yeah.
like, if Hot Rod opens his, it's just a bunch of cigarettes
Yeah.
and beer cans fall out.
Yeah.
I've just imagined what's in Cups after
Oh,
all
God.
these millennia.
Yeah. I don't even want to speculate.
I like to think like Brack's butterscotch candies.
Would you like
Yeah.
a Werther's?
Yeah.
Werther's original. So
Yeah, what were you, poor? You didn't get Werther's? You got the Brock's candy?
my grandma was all about the Brocks.
I
man.
loved, and oh my god, I think I've talked about this before. The unit seemingly hated like strawberry candies with the gooey center, the hard candy with the gooey
like
center.
those?
I love those.
I love
I
them
didn't
as a
like
kid.
those.
They always have an element of tasting stale.
Yeah,
but I
they
still-
come
but I
out.
still
They're
liked them.
manufactured stale.
They were multi-sensory.
or they warehouse them for 12 years like Scotch.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're
I made them just so it would be disgusting.
and they are. I think if I were to eat one of those today, I would not enjoy it.
Probably
but I did
not.
like it as a kid. So, Allicons are rushing our friends here. Mm-hmm. They nom all over those goodies. And while Hot Rod, as you said earlier, he says it's getting expensive. Cup tries to placate him a little bit. He insists the creatures are going to reciprocate. And
Which I think, I'm 95% sure this movie is where I learned the term reciprocate.
Right.
I figured out what I went straight to the Webster's to figure out what that word meant.
Thank you, Transformers the movie, for helping us with our vocabulary.
Yes, right along.
And the creatures, at a certain point, the shot reveals the creatures. They're shoving the Energon underneath their mouth plates. And the creatures stop, stare, as if waiting for another round of food. It turns out they're not reciprocating. Hot Rod's like, we're out. And
No more.
The creatures stare a little bit more assertively. Cup motions his hands in a way.
And clicks the little container.
Yeah, which, by the way, that's kind of like a Pez dispenser.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And so he's indicating that it's empty. And that is where this minute comes to an end, gentlemen. So I don't know what's going to happen next.
I will say Hot Rod is drawn really well in this. I really like the way he looks in this minute, especially.
He's got a funky pug nose here at 50,
Well,
56.
It's
But
an upshot.
it's
so.
a youthful. He still looks youthful. I actually really like the design of those characters. I wish they'd made a toy. They did make a Sharkticon toy, but
I do think that they are designed. It is an interesting design that's different than anything else we see. Mm-hmm. Especially the heads with the mask. It has like the Optimus Prime mask, but they have mouths over top of it where it opens and talks.
I don't know. It's that fluoro dairy shit.
I
Man.
think, yep, Flora Dairy.
I like how they're all exactly alike in this situation. You know, they're kind of like
That was a big thing of season 3 and the movie of like just making hordes. Sweeps.
Sharkticons, Allicons,
I'm cool with it.
Quintessons,
I'm cool with it.
all the sans. So, gentlemen, we went through a period of time where we had fewer and fewer voice actors, but we've had one last episode that was more tied to
We're getting into
season
new
3.
characters now.
But we are getting into a few new characters, and I'm going to bring up one that is going to hold a special place in my heart because his name is Aron Kincade, although it's spelled with one A.
Oh, like a plebe.
The fake way. He was born, actually, it's interesting. He was actually born Norman Neil Williams II.
That's a much better name.
I don't know why. Wait a minute.
Well,
That
I
feels
mean,
insulting towards me.
I guess if you want to be the first in line alphabetically, but
Right.
that's a great name. Real silver fox.
I don't know what you call, I guess, eye bags, but I like his eye bags.
Those eye bags are on point, yo.
Yeah,
They're on fleek.
they're on
This is worse.
10.
Oh, God.
So, at any rate, Aron Kincade, he does the voice of the Allicons that we have here. And, he was actually born originally Norman Neil Williams II.
Isn't that just a junior?
Yeah, really.
Not in England.
He's oh.
So
Well, he's American.
handsome fella, born in Los Angeles, and he would do local theater. He was scouted at a local stage production. He was immediately signed to Universal, and he had a role in Spartacus. He had a regular role on a sitcom called Bachelor Father.
I want to see Bachelor Father,
but
because
then-
that sounds depressing.
Well, what you're really gonna want to see is what comes next in his career, because this guy was like the king of 1960s beach movies. He was in all of them. And I just want to talk about the names of these movies for a second.
All right.
So this was his niche. The Girls on the Beach.
Very literal.
Yep.
Beach Ball.
Yes.
Then he did a film called Ski Party, which is like a beach movie in the mountains, basically.
Yes.
Dr. Goldfoot and the Bikini Machine.
Holy shit.
So Vincent Price is the titular character. by the
I've
way.
got to get my eyes on this immediately.
I need to see what this bikini machine
But
looks like.
I gotta
what
tell-
does it do?
Does it take them off or put them on?
I gotta tell you, they made a sequel to this movie.
Holy shit.
It was called the Wild Weird World of Dr. Goldfoot.
Okay.
And our friend Aron Kincade was in that. As well as the Ghost of the Invisible Bikini.
What the fuck? So that's just nudity. That's just being naked.
No.
No, wait.
the ghost.
I mean, it's an invisible bikini.
wonder-
It's already invisible, but then it's a ghost of an invisible
Holy
bikini.
shit,
If
so-
you get a double invisible situation, is it visible?
Yeah,
I don't
it's a
know.
double negative.
Do you think the ghost of the invisible bikini is
Oh.
friends with the ghost of the
The iconic moment, we have a new character.
That's something to work out, perhaps,
Yeah.
off camera.
I'm gonna write that down.
Oh, yeah. They need to meet each other. Or
And
It's
then
like his sleazy friend that's always getting action
Some
and he's
dirtbag.
not. He wishes he could get action like the ghost, his friend, the ghost of the invisible bikini.
he doesn't
He's like,
have a...
hey, I'm the ghost of the invisible bikini. What up, girl?
He doesn't have a job. He just stays on people's couches.
But he's very good looking.
He's got that talk.
He's always cock blocking the ghost of the iconic moment.
He's good looking.
Ooh, I
He's
love
got
it.
swagger. He's got charisma. So anyway,
I wouldn't say I just think he's a dirt ball that gets some action. Okay, go ahead.
Mr. Kincade, a.k.a. Norman Neil Williams II, made a few other movies in the 80s. He eventually picked up voice acting. He was in the Smurfs. He was the Iron Sheik in Hulk Hogan's Rock and
Oh.
Roll Wrestling.
Anybody remember that cartoon?
I do.
I do
do.
too. I was
I
just
do.
talking about that the other day of how the wrestling was ubiquitous in the 80s and you couldn't get away from it. Nope. I didn't even like wrestling.
I didn't watch wrestling, but I watched that show.
I did watch that cartoon.
And I bought the figures. They had like these they were
cool.
rubbery, cool figures. Anyway, DuckTales, Batman, Ninja Turtles, Freakazoid, and for Transformers, the Allicons, as we mentioned, he voiced a character called Clementia, who was the
it sounds like a disease.
he was the quintesson that brought Optimus Prime back to life.
Oh.
One of the sweeps. He also played Dr. Morgan. You may remember him as the father of Jessica Morgan, who lost her legs during a battle in the Return of Optimus Prime, and therefore he hated Transformers because of that. And he created the hate plague. Mm-hmm. And but my favorite voice that he used that he's most notable for in the Transformers universe is he is the voice of Skylinks, and the lovable cat bird shuttle thing downstairs mix up of a Transformer. We mentioned it before. I had that toy as a kid and love that toy.
Skylinks was insufferable. he was such a
Call the Primitives. Exhibited that perfectly.
That episode.
This guy got paid on season 3 characters, but later he retired from all of this biz. He changed his name again to N.N. Williams II.
He is the prince of voice actors.
And he painted landscapes and seascapes and sold them in galleries in Laguna Beach. Have you guys ever been to Laguna by any chance?
I have not.
Laguna Beach? It's an interesting community for sure. A little southern SoCal art community, a lot of money, a lot of art, like a lot of little art galleries. But so maybe it's time for a script deviations. I'm hoping that Ryan has more craziness than this, but this Aaron here speaking. my script, the only real deviation is that it says that it's Sharkticons that arrive from the marshy area. So I think originally they envisioned Sharkticons, and at some point down the line, and this is my script is fairly close to what we see on screen, or closer to what we see on screen than what Ryan's is. So even at this point, they decided that somewhere between this script and the screen, they invented a whole new race of characters or ethnic group or whatever you call them from a Transformer
Allicons. These are Allicons,
perspective.
right?
And, I mean, that's more work, so I don't know why they do that. But Allicons seem to have more intelligence than Sharkticons. I think Allicons... actually, I did have
I don't know.
I think that... Well, they can speak. Sharkticons can't even talk. So, I don't know. It's like a middle race. And we talked earlier about how it's theorized or that all these creations on the planet of Quintessa are experiments. And they're also experiments of the Quintessons. So they've got some sort of lower level, the fish and the
he
squid
gave them
below
simple
the
brains.
sea. They've got higher level, which might be these guys, the Allicons, and then sort of a middle level, which would be the Sharkticons that have a little bit more intelligence, but at the same time, they still just keep them in a pit.
They're goons.
They're goons.
They are goons.
They're all different versions of goons. So, Ryan, what is your...
in the margins of one of this, I'll skip through it because I actually wrote so wordy because it just goes on for... This goes on for 4 pages. But I'm going to...
Scene?
Yes. I'll sum it up.
Good God.
Basically, Aaron, as you said in the last
There's
minute...
more time of him wrestling around in his
his crotch pocket.
3 of the pages are that.
Wait, that's not it. Nope, that's not it.
As you said in the last minute, Aaron, Cup transforms and it's evident that a fender was misplaced and a wheel mounted improperly, so he wobbles and rides unevenly with much chugging and oil spewing. And then Cup says...
There's going to be oil spewing once he reaches into that belt.
Oh, hey-oh!
Chug, chug.
Ba-boom.
Skeet, skeet, skeet. Chrome cross coots of Cybertron. I told ya pot was missing. Of all the ding-brang circuit glitching diode blowing dimwittery. So that's where that comes in right there.
Good Lord.
Cup is using a homing scanner to try to find the Dinobots is what's happening. And Cup says, hurry up, I'm getting a peculiar alien reading. Hot Rod transforms. He looks off into the area in question and says, we're wasting time. The Dinobots might be in trouble. Or maybe it's RC out there, surrounded by aliens.
Oh, call back to potential romantic feelings between Hot Rod and RC.
Yeah, and it's Cup.
He doesn't care about Springer.
Cup basic, that's
Ultra
true.
Magnus.
Ultra Magnus, Blur, Perceptor.
Ultra Magnus, our new leader, might be in trouble. No, it's all about RC.
I would hardly call Ultra Magnus a leader.
Fair enough.
But then Cup literally gives him the palm and is like, I'm the one with the fantasy stories, remember? Which is
The fantasy story.
weird.
Fantasy story.
So, I guess that's Hot Rod's fantasy of she's in
tell
danger
ya.
and he has to save her. And then they haven't even encountered the people yet. Where Cup unhinges a small case at his belt or dick and presses a series of buttons.
Small case.
In his junk.
And in this one, the universal greeting is shorter. It's just grog, weep, ninny bong.
Grog, where is it? Where's it written? But it's Graaaagnah, wheep, nini bong. Graaaagnah.
So the
wheep,
elements
nini
are
bong.
there. I guess they feel like they had to extend it, make it more magnanimous, which I think is a good choice.
Sure.
Is
Yeah, I like
magnanimous
it.
a word that makes sense in this conversation?
What?
No. And then they encounter, and in my script too, Aaron, it says Sharkticons. And then he gives them the universal greeting, gives them the treat, and basically, gosh, there's so that we can entirely skip that whole page where he's just trying to get Hot Rod to repeat the greeting correctly. I'm like, I don't know that.
No, Hot Rod.
You say it like this. Don't. He literally says, "Don't forget to smile."
It's not, well, in the way it's presented, it's not that tough. It's shorter than the one we see on screen.
Hot Rod says, "Eating out of our hand, huh? If we don't get out of here soon, they'll start eating out of my face."
Oh God, that's problematic for many reasons.
And then Cup takes a beat and looks around at all of them, and he socks several Sharkticons aside and runs interference for Hot
just
Rod.
starts hitting them?
Yep, and says, "Go, lad!" And that's what we're.
Oh, he knows. So he knows. So instead of what we see on screen, which is Cup makes a lot of bad decisions as to how treacherous
He
the
handles
beings
that
in front
really
of them
poorly.
are. Yeah, in this version of the script, he recognizes that there's problems. He gives it a little shot and recognizes it's not going to work. So he just lashes out. And
To me, it sounds like he's a crazy person.
He does sound very insane in
Because
this.
he's like, I got this.
But his
Graaaagnah, nini bong. Oh, and then just starts smacking him
But
around.
that
Let's
makes
get out
more
of here.
sense. That didn't work.
guess.
I need to pop these guys and get out of here. In what we see on screen, he says, "It's gonna work. No, it's gonna work. No, it's gonna work. We're being tackled by them. We're captured."
It's true.
Yep.
True. Neither, all of it is bad.
All right.
And
Well,
that's the end of that. Also, I will say that chlamydia sounds like you just can't remember stuff and have chlamydia.
Yeah. I got it.
Bringing that back.
You think Cup got clementia?
He definitely,
that's
in
one of
this
his war
script, it
stories.
seems to be the problem.
You think he was scratching his clementia while he was trying to look for his Energon gum? Whatever the hell that is. Gotta scratch my clementia.
Energon Pez.
Yeah.
So, you guys want to talk about that? So, okay, we can.
I'm the ghost of the iconic moment. For me, I mean, it's no question. It's this clementia scratching.
The fucking dick compartment is.
I just discovered it, so that can't be my iconic moment.
No. I will say mine is the universal
yeah,
greeting
it's true.
because it's
That's
just
the obvious one.
I have a bias because my iconic moment, because I haven't seen this movie in such a long time. My iconic moments are revealed
Day by day.
Are revealed to me day by day, and I'm sorry.
day by
He did
day.
reach his hand into his dick.
We definitely need to make a gif of that.
It's disturbing.
Write down GIF. I think I found a program that allows us to make
Okay.
GIFs pretty easily. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening.
We gotta make that before we release this, or everybody's gonna take it.
We got to make.
Oh
that-
yeah, we don't want anybody to take all the things we posted that have gone viral.
Just another failure.
True.
Honestly, that would be I bet you that would work as a GIF
Yeah,
pretty well because he's just
I'll-
rumbling around in there.
I'll
You could make
believe
that just rumbling around in there forever.
Infinity.
I would hope so.
I think I'll put that on me. I think I've got a means to do that.
Okay.
Next time on the Autopod Decepticast.
That universal greeting, it fails.
Oh no.
Such a weird component that doesn't go anywhere.
I like
Cup,
it though.
Cup is reminded of yet another war story.
Whoop.
And we meet a rather judgmental new character.
All kinds of new stuff coming in.
All right. So thank you for everybody. Thank you for everybody.
For and from.
Thank you everybody for listening. We're on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, and TuneIn. I don't know if we've ever established TuneIn's value to this equation, but I don't also at the same time don't want to insult a company that I'm sure is probably more meaningful than I understand.
Okay.
I mean, they exist, so
Yeah, fine.
they have a board of directors and everything.
Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all of them at APodDcast, and of course the web presence autopoddecepticast.com. I'm trying to remember what we talked about this episode.
I will desperately try to find some of my old comic strips to put up there. I'll put up the bit of
Hermie and Herman.
Yeah, I'll try to find that. Hopefully, we'll have a GIF up there. We'll also put on Twitter if we can figure
Cup
that
jacking
out.
off,
How that
basically.
fucking works.
And that's it, guys. Bye.
Bye. I forgot in I was re-listening in all of our listen to all the episodes. I forgot to mention in our Valentine's Day episode that I met West on Tinder. That was how we actually got together.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I forget about that.
It's funny because, okay, so I met her on that, and my opening salvo was like, I said something to the effect of, oh, you like writing and you like horror movies, and also, by the way, I think you're very attractive, or more attractive than a little by a lot, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so she liked that, and like basically our second interaction, it was on Valentine's Day, and I was making a joke, and I said, so Valentine's Day, a bad day of the year or the worst day of the year? And she's like, it's just a Tuesday, my dude. And I'm like, well, that didn't land. But
No, it did land. It sounds like she agreed with you.
She's like, yeah, it's just a day, man.
Yeah.
No, that's not what she was saying.
It's not a special day or a day to be looked at as good or bad. Honestly, she's like neutral, and you're...
I know you're speculating, but I know for sure that's not what she meant.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that you date her.
She
we
said
know her better than you do.
she was basically saying that she thought she was afraid I was one of these people who like is all down on Valentine's Day if I'm single, because she finds that annoying, which I do.
But you can, aren't you?
No, just every day. I mean, that's how depression works.
Oh.
Well, then why'd you pick Valentine's Day to be the worst day?
I was just trying to be funny.
He's trying to make a conversation with the girl so he can like...
But it worked out.
I'm glad she overlooked your buffoonery.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Went and had sushi.
And then what'd you have?
Oh, no.
Well, then I had a different kind of fish.
Oh, gross.
That was very gross. Very disgusting.
Kind of a pussy fish?
That's right. I got that sweet, sweet pussy fish.
I was hoping you got a little of that blowfish.
The elusive fugu.
1 in 10 times you'll die.
Blow cells, where we sell good.